right, I believe we have Paige in here. Hello,
Hello,
Paige.
hello,
Okay, good.
Paige.
Hi.
Good. Congratulations on winning the Samurai Showdown. How do you feel?
Terrified. I'm shaking. That last part of that game was so scary.
Yeah, yeah.
The last part, I actually thought I ended up throwing it. I was like, I could probably just connect and win. And then when he did that throw in at D14, I thought I misread the whole thing. And then I was just like, nah. I was like, this is not how I go out.
Right, right, right. It definitely is a very scary variation there. Um, but you managed to make it through in the end. You didn't drop a single game in the whole tournament. Um, were the games fun? Did you enjoy them?
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun, especially the game against Jay. I think the game with Jay was really exciting. It was so crazy. I had no idea how well I was doing, and I had no idea how well Jay was doing. I just knew it was a crazy game. We actually kind of agreed to make it crazy. We wanted something really wild, so we kind of decided to go absolutely wild throughout the game, and it was just so much fun. I feel like it was a hard game, but that it was a lot of fun though. And I was
Yeah,
very shocked to see the result after. I was just like, oh wow, okay, I guess I actually played well despite how crazy it was, because I feel like the crazier the game, the harder of a time I have. But but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
yeah. I think chat and all of us loved the inspired Tengen and 5-5 moves and all the craziness. It was very entertaining to watch.
After I saw Colossus do it, I was like, I'm so doing that at least once this tournament.
At least you didn't play a failed out ladder. So,
Oh yeah,
but
that was a really painful game to watch. But I thought Colossus played well in trying to make it come a comeback, in his comeback at least.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was surprised that there was any chance that they come back, but there definitely was. That was that was interesting. Um,
Yeah, chat, and we all noticed you were absolutely vibing during the game, even
Oh
dancing against
yeah, yeah.
Eric. What were you listening to? Do you often dance as you're playing Go? I thought that was kind of funny.
So actually, I don't usually listen to music when I play Go. I do not usually, because I find it extremely distracting. Um, but the problem is that when I play in in-person tournaments or even online tournaments, I get a lot of anxiety. I get very nervous, very shaky. Um, and kind of music helps me calm down in those situations. So even though it's distracting, it is also a very good way for me to calm down when I'm playing in live tournaments, or just in games where I'm very nervous or very shaky. Versus where if I'm playing just like on Fox or something and I'm actually like perfectly fine and I don't care, and then if I try to listen to music, I get completely distracted and thrown off.
mm, mm, mm.
But yeah, so the dancing is kind of like my way of exerting my energy and all my shaking to kind of get it out of my head. Very
What I'm
embarrassing,
hearing
but
is
you
that it
know.
gave you courage, right? It allowed you
Yeah,
to live up
yeah,
to the Bushido Code ideal. Why did you pick
exactly.
courage, by
Courage
the way?
came out on top.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Courage came out on top. Were you expecting that courage was the best? Is that why you picked it? Was it OP the whole
Um,
time?
no, I actually picked courage because probably similar to Jay. Jay feels that he needs more self-control in Go. So back when I played in 2010, I would consider myself a very courageous player. I played things without caring, without thinking about them. There was no option B. Um, and it often did lead to a lot of success. Um, but ever since I came back to Go, I feel like I've lost a lot of that courage, a lot of that strength to just do things. I don't feel like I'm a worse player, just that sometimes I do wish I had more courage to play the things that I'm thinking of, because they're often right when I do think of them. But I just don't play them the same way that I used to, and sometimes I feel like I need more courage. So I picked courage to remind myself to play with more courage and to be more confident in what I'm doing.
Did it work?
I feel like it did. I felt really good throughout the tournament, so
Yeah, it seemed like
especially
you
with
were
my
not
game with
afraid to
Jay.
do anything in these games.
But yeah, it was really exciting.
Yeah, congratulations again. Do you have any shoutouts that you want to give?
A shout out. Mm, a shout out to anybody who's a fan, I guess. I don't know.
Fair enough, fair enough. Um, All right, I think that's gonna conclude our coverage of the Samurai Showdown.
Yeah,
But
thank
awesome
you,
tournament.
Telegraph. What? Speaking of shout outs, do you want to shout yourself out?
Actually, I do want to give a shout out. Yeah, I do want to give out a shout out to Telegraph. And I say that specifically because I've constantly said to people throughout this entire tournament that Telegraph is such a great commentator.
Aw,
Because every time I watch his stream, I'm like, I hope he commentates a game. Because you're just so good at it. And I've mentioned it so many times to others, but I've never mentioned it to you directly. You are such a good commentator.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Paige.
Uh-huh.
It was a lot of fun to commentate your games in particular too. the the ideas are fun, and in general, all the games this tournament were sick. I don't know if it was the samurai theme making people play cool,
I
like
was so exciting.
play like a samurai, but there was hardly a single boring game in the whole event, from winners bracket, losers bracket, all the way from start to finish. And it was also very, very well organized. So I want to give a shout out to Midnight the Blue here, co-commentating with me, and Devin Fraze behind the scenes. They do so much to make this stuff work. So many little UI things, the advertisements, so much stuff goes
The
on to make
commercial.
this happen. Yes, yes. And a big, big shout out to them. And thanks. These events are always so much fun. Hope to have them again another time.
Yeah. All right. I think we're gonna close it out, chat. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Once again, thank you, Telegraph, for your amazing commentary, and all the other commentators that we had. Congratulations again, Paige, for winning the Samurai tournament. A true Samurai Go player you are. So, 2 months until the next event.
Oh,
We
I'm
should have
excited. I'm hyped. Put it on your calendars.
Yeah,
August.
hit me up. I'll be down.